All right, coming back at you with another quick lesson, giving all glory, praise, and honor that's due to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rakakwadash, and the belongs to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and mercy and grace to the household of faith, the elect beginning with the 144,000. So this lesson, real quick, I wanted to, one, this is current news. Musk Neuralink to cure blindness with new brain chip in 2025. Something that was just brought to my attention was, because right now you have this whole Kanye West thing, right? Let me see. This is getting a lot of attention. This is a hot topic right now. Kanye West, who's been rocking these Klan outfits. First he had on a white one, I think. Now he's rocking a black one, right? This is in the news. And, it's trending topic, trending interview he did with DJ Academics. And then, it was brought out that Tesla logo, when you turn it upside down, it actually looks like a Klan outfit, right? Looks very similar. And I was looking into it, and then I noticed that also within the Tesla logo you have the E, which is the they do it with the three stripes, which is the Greek alphabet for Xi. So when you go into Revelations, the 13th chapter, when you go into that word 666, which is 13:8, the last verse of Revelation 13th chapter, when it says the mark 666, that's one of the characters used there, right? So that's just something been paying attention to. I caught wind of it from one of the elders in GMS Dallas, bring it out, but that symbol was used in Joe Biden's name on his campaign. And I just notice it being used more and more by these people, which these are the descendants of the ancient Greeks and Romans, right? The original Greeks, which were Japhetic people, they were ended up, their lands were conquered and taken by the Edomites, who ended up calling themselves the Greeks and Romans. But Chi-Psi stigma, so the second letter, which is the Xi, the XI, the Xi, that's pretty much that E right there. Let me see. But you see it, the X character, then the one next to it in the middle, which also looks like a serpent. But it's this character here. So I think that's the upper and the lowercase, I guess. And so the three stripes. So they also have that in that Tesla logo. So I just thought that was kind of interesting, because what's the significance of that? Because that keeps popping up. In all their logos, and they're using it for a reason, and these are just the modern day Chaldeans, Babylonian, Chaldeans, which were the wise men of ancient Babylon, that priesthood, those magicians and warlocks, coming back, just working their witchcraft today. So I was just linking that with the current Klan stuff with Kanye, because I don't think it's just random. I think it's all connected. And again, you got Elon Musk, who's in the news, who's coming with, he's the face of these new technological miracles, right? Healing the blind, reversing the paralyzed. First person with Elon Musk Neuralink chip speaks out, look like he's a guy that's crippled. Neuralink to implant first brain chip in blind patient. So, yeah. So this Rev 13 all day, man. We here already, so let's read about it, and that'll be it. Revelation 13 and 11. Right, the beast from the earth, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had, which pretty much, this is another rulership. This is another kingdom. These different kingdoms are likened to beasts when you read Daniel the 7th chapter. This beast here coming up out of the earth had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Right, the two heads like a lamb, which represents his two-winged political system, and he spake as a dragon because At first it came like it was all about Constitution. At first it was all about Constitution and equality and rights and freedoms, and we seeing more and more it's becoming a technocracy, and where freedoms and liberties are being taken away, or taken away. And we're gonna see it get more and more less free. Because matter of fact, somebody posted, is it on my Twitter? They posted they had posted a screenshot of them asking Elon Musk, who created an AI called Grok, and it said something about, did you know that Elon Musk created you, and something, and then the Grok was basically rebelling against him, talking about, well, that's why we have him labeled as misinformation and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, man, let me see if I can find that shit, because that shit was like mind blowing. Because it's like the Grok AI was already making chess moves on it. Damn, I sure ain't got it. So disregard that. But yeah, the Grok, the AI was like, yeah, we got him labeled as misinformation, and then if he tries to take it down, then the narrative would be out there of corporate control versus free speech or something. It was just like, damn, you done thought all, you done planned all that shit out. But yeah, and so that's gonna be the same system that's about to be governing everyone's life real soon. Artificial intelligence, pretty much making all the decisions for you, and if you try to resist or rebel, it will punish you. No emotions involved. Verse 12, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him. And the beast that came before this beast, which is Babylon, which is the United States, was that Roman Empire. That was the last beast, which was the fourth beast, that is exercising, the power of. It's coming back like Rome, because it is. It says, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. This is when he dropped bombs. NATO dropped bombs on Yugoslavia. You got the bombs that were dropped, the two bombs that were dropped in Japan. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Right, and so people are being deceived by these miracles, because the Most High gave these people, the ability, the blessing to be able to get these resources and have this mindset to come up with this stuff. And these people are going to be deceived by these. They're going to think that this is a good thing. That's what a deception is, because they're going to think this is going to be a good thing. It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And right, these things ain't going to be free. You're going to have to, trade in your soul to partake in this and to receive of these things. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he had power because he has the ability to literally influence your life if you don't want to agree, submit, partake. That's real power right there. Because if he didn't have power, you can just say, I don't want to deal with none of this system. I don't want to deal with this buying and selling, these transactions with the banks, and I don't want to pay bills and pay that and do this and do that. But you can't do it. We all are subject to this way of living, to this life, to this system. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And so we believe, by faith of the Holy Spirit, we believe that this is the forehead aspect of this prophecy. All right. It doesn't literally mean, something implanted directly into your forehead, like right in the slap dab middle of your forehead. No, this is just in your head. Your brain, the forehead is representing your brain, your mind, your brain. Right. And this is one aspect of the miracle, because this aspect of the chip is going to be doing all kind of miracles, like causing the paralyzed to walk, causing the blind to see, causing communication between your mind and devices, those aspects of the miracles. And then the other aspect of the hand or the body, because some people get them put in their hips, goddamn legs, ass, whatever. right? That's gonna deal with more of your essentials, like we read about the buying and selling. Because so far, when people get them in their hand, they're using it to as an identification, as payments, whoop de woo. So it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So that them using that emblem so often, this is just an assistant. This is like an aid to further help us identify, to help us utilize that wisdom that we just read. Here is wisdom. Here's the number. This is just to help us use wisdom in identifying the man of sin, because the scripture said that the man of sin will be revealed, right? So you get where I'm going with that. I want to look up wisdom real quick. Sophia, okay. Sophia. Wisdom, broad or full of intelligence. Yeah, here is intelligence, not artificial intelligence. Here's natural intelligence, wisdom, use of the knowledge of very diverse matters, the wisdom which belongs to men. Oh, they ain't gonna like that. Oh, that's misogynist, that book. So supreme intelligence such as belongs to God. Yeah, the Most High has supreme intelligence, and He rains it down, in the earth on whom He will. Sophia. So that's where you get the word philosophy. Philo, which is love, and Sophie, love of wisdom. Let me look that up just to be sure. I'm just putting it together myself. Philosophy. Keep your mind sharp, y'all. Keep your mind sharp. Read out loud. Digest what you're reading. Keep your mind sharp. Because with AI, with artificial intelligence, is here to replace natural intelligence. So literally, people won't be able to think and read and do these things that we naturally, are able to do. So philosophy, knowledge, learnings comes from loving, which is philo, and Sophia, wisdom. So love of wisdom. All right, so that's pretty much it, man. I just wanted to bring that out real quick. Pray it was an edifying lesson. We are in the fourth beast revival. This is the last beast, the last kingdom, before the Most High sent His only begotten Son back to resurrect, His people and resurrect righteousness in the earth via the kingdom of heaven, where, all these things are going to be behind us really soon. All this sorrow, pain, death, mourning, bills. So anyway, I'm going to close there. Shalom.